In the course of the continuing inquiry into Aventro, a corporation at the heart of a controversial debate, a shocking development has occurred. According to information obtained by City Press, the bank expressed worries about a R85 million payment from the Qatari government before terminating Aventro's account. Please kindly subscribe to our channel, turn on the notification bell so as to get all our updates. The payment was paid to a few businessmen, the African National Congress, ANC, and the directors of Aventro with the purported goal of building goodwill. Sources claim that the bank's investigation focused on the dubious transaction, trying to ascertain the kind and intention of the payment. The participation of the Qatari government has sparked concerns over possible money laundering and influence peddling. It's unclear how Aventro responded to the bank's investigation, but the business's account was later canceled. This disclosure might have serious ramifications since it could establish a connection between dubious deals with foreign countries by the ANC and well-known corporate executives. Taking advantage of the revelation, opposition parties have demanded accountability and transparency. Democratic Alliance spokesman Dean McPherson said, "This raises serious concerns about the ANC's ethics and potential corruption. As of this now, the ANC has refrained from making any comments." The participation of the government of Qatar in South African politics is a topic of discussion as the investigations progress. The stated intention of the contribution to build goodwill begs the issue of what kind of relationship this is. Experts caution that these kinds of transactions have the potential to weaken national sovereignty and enable state control. Citing ongoing investigations, the Financial Intelligence Center and the South African Reserve Bank have refrained from commenting on the situation. Citizens want explanations about the degree of foreign involvement in domestic politics as the investigation progresses. This shocking discovery might reveal a network of dishonesty and corruption, with far-reaching implications. South Africans will be keeping a careful eye on the situation to make sure that justice and accountability are carried out. Once again, the ANC's long history of apathy is exposed by the efforts of Minister of Sports, Arts, and Culture of South Africa, Gayton Mackenzie, who created history by facilitating the homecoming of South Africans dead in Zimbabwe and Zambia. This achievement, achieved in only 3 months, marks a sea change in the nation's perception of its own history and contrasts sharply with the ANC's 3 decades of silence on the subject. Families of prisoners of war have long felt abandoned by the government because it has failed to acknowledge and value the sacrifices that these men and women made. 3 years ago, Zambian journalist Joseph Kalimbwe made their family's plight widely known when he exposed the ANC's disdain for the deceased's legacy. Despite their repeated promises to the contrary, the families received no support or acknowledgement from the ANC. Mackenzie's acts not only provide for these families' basic needs, but also stand for healing and remembering. By bringing the remains of their loved ones home, he has not only given the deceased their proper position in society, but also the peace of mind that bereaved families had been longing for. Mackenzie said during a press conference that the ANC has failed to care for its own people, but we are working to rectify this injustice. His key argument was that we should never forget those who made the ultimate sacrifice to ensure our freedom. Mackenzie's move has been widely praised, and many residents have expressed their thanks for his decisive action. Given that South Africa is still trying to make sense of its complex past, the minister's commitment to commemorating the victims serves as a sobering reminder that it is never too late to make reparations to the families of the slain and victims. The repatriation was successful, indicating a newfound dedication to accountability and justice and a turning point for the nation. The EFF Phala collection of evidence against President Cyril Ramaphosa has been rejected by his legal team as a politically motivated effort to undermine his government. In 2020, the EFF stirred political controversy by demanding that Ramaphosa be held responsible for the large-scale misappropriation of funds from his Phala farm. Ally Peter Makona, the attorney for Ramaphosa, said in court that the EFF's petition is politically motivated and has no legal basis. He said that there is little evidence to support the baseless accusations of tax evasion and corruption. Makona said that the EFF's legal action is just a political retaliation intended to damage the president's standing and impede his advancement in front of the 2024 elections. Given the approaching elections,